Yeah, I'm on. Right.
Alright. Hi, I'm Mr. John. Nice to meet you. Person, face to face, finally.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. My name's Mrs. Roach.
Yeah, I've heard much about you from Philip. This is also my IT person.
Hi,
Nice to meet you
I'm
too.
Mr. Potts. Nice to meet you. And like we said, I do a lot of work with the students because we do this. We're like all new to this hybrid, situation.
Mhm.
And there is, you guys aren't the only ones that are experiencing any of these issues. And like we said, this has nothing to do with Philip's his position in the classroom. It's more of just the fact that everybody's new to this topic, and I think it's just something that we need to help introduce to people and make a better action plan for how people can understand this is going to work.
Of course, yeah. It's definitely been like a bit of a difficult transition, but I'm more than willing to learn on how to just make things easier just for everyone. So thank you for the help.
Absolutely. So first of all, I want to say Philip is an outstanding student. He's always on top of his work in the classroom. He's spelling good, his grammar is good, his math skills are getting there. The only problem is he's attending school 3 days a week, and the other 2 days, I know it's hard. I'm not sure if you know how to work the technology or anything, but he hasn't attended 2 days out of the 5 days of school, and his success is just dwindling a little bit. And he is a great student with great potential, and me as his teacher, I don't want to see him downfall or miss out on any opportunities to get better as a learner, and I want him to succeed, So, is there any questions you have, about
Anything that
technology?
we can do that might make your guys' launch into this easier and not not shock you when you hit the water, and because it can always, I feel like this can obviously seem like a lot, and even for anybody that even knows what they're doing with the tech, it can be a lot. So like I said, if there's any questions that you have for us or anything that you would want to ask from us that we could do to help you guys, just let us know.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Philip has been doing great. It's just that when he's at home, it's just really hard for him to pay attention and use the technology, and it really doesn't help that I also just don't know how to use it. So it's kind of just messing everything up.
We understand that. Trust me, first grade students, they don't want to. When they're at home, they just want to play with their toys.
They're at that age. It's just
Yeah, he's always playing with his brother. And I can't get him to stop because when he's at home, he thinks it's that's playtime.
Of course, yeah.
And I'm just I can't really do much of the cooking or the cleaning of the house when he's there, because normally I'd just be doing it when he's gone. But it's just it's been a handful. But
yeah, we've received exactly what you're saying from multiple other parents whose children also miss a couple days of hybrid, and it's their ceiling is so high, and they're at the age where they kind of need to be in school, to get the basics down. So whatever we can do to help Philip out, we are willing to do. We have, Mr. Potts didn't mention it yet, but we have technology workshops we could help you with, have you come to. Everyone's invited. We have other technology tips we can do.
What we were gonna say is what we were gonna offer to you guys first, just to touch base and see how you guys felt about it. Like you said, we understand that not everybody's the best with all this technology, and this is something that's kind of taken everybody by storm, and it's not the easiest thing to adapt to by any means. But we think it'd be a really good idea, if you and Phil's grandfather ever have some spare time, during the day while Philip's actually in class, we wouldn't mind if you would want to come in, and with me or any of our other tech support guys, we would just, show you the rundown of how, step by step, even give you a piece of paper. Just, this is the login, check in, and just how to get Philip started on where he needs to be. And then what we can also do is we can sign you up for a certain, we use this thing called Portal, and basically you can sign yourself up, and if you have the login, you can access Philip's grades without Philip's permission. Well, not his permission, but so obviously he wouldn't want you to see that probably.
No kid does.
But yeah, and we can do that too. That way, even if it's not so much the case you guys don't know what you're doing, maybe Philip's just maybe hiding it, or if he was just not fully being open about what he actually had to do when he was home. This makes it so much easier for you guys. That way, you know, Philip comes home and you're like, hey, Philip, do you have any homework tonight? No. Well, you can go check for yourself. And that's a situation that makes everything a lot easier. But, you know, like we said, if there's anything else that we could do for you guys, like when it comes to the technology or, you know, just helping Philip overall, like even if it's giving him some extra time during, like, you know, he might not be a fan, but say it's take 10 minutes away from recess to go on the computer and just get a head start on the day for when he goes home. But like we said, you know, that is fully up to you guys and how you guys would like to handle the situation. We just figured we'd give our 2 cents on it.
Of course, yeah, I mean, definitely just having the knowledge of how to just use the computer in the first place and just knowing the tools that can help me keep track of his schoolwork and make sure he's on top of it, that would definitely like take the burden right off my shoulders. And
Yeah.
I feel like I would have way more time to do everything else that I need to do. It would just be such a relief. So
Perfect, yeah.
So would you guys be open? I don't know about their class schedule, but I know for me personally, like any time from 8 a.m. when you would drop Philip off or he would catch the bus to school till about my lunch at 12:30, I would be open the whole week. So if you guys would be able to come in either of those times on any of those days, we'll fully bring you in, you know, help you guys out, get the rundown.
Yeah, myself and the class have lunch around 10:30, and that runs about 45 minutes, so that's a lot of free time. I could always ask the
Just pop his
teacher's
head
aide
in.
to come in and watch the class while I take Philip down to you guys, the office, and, you know, hash things out.
Yeah, and I think, you know, once we get the first steps down, I think it'll be really easy after that. For like when we get an idea, when all three of us are on the same page, then we get an understanding of what the actual issue could be, or even if there is still an issue, and what we can do to resolve that at that point.
Yeah, because like I said, Philip's a very hard worker. Whenever he's in class, he's always locked in on his specific assignment, and he's always having fun, laughing, learning, which I love. So, I mean, we just need to get these 2 days hybrid model started for him, because once he gets into it, I can assure you he'll stay on top of everything.
oh, absolutely. I think everything that you've used to describe him describes him perfectly. So I'm very much glad we're on the same page there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll say I'd be more than willing to come in just like at the time, because it also just helps with the schedule, because I mostly like stay at home and
Yeah.
my husband's the one running around. So like just in that time when no one's in the home, just it would be perfect for me to just come in. And even if I could just take his brother in, like that would be perfect, if that would be fine, of course.
Yeah, of course. We
And I
have no
think
problem with that.
another thing that would be great would be to, you know, obviously we're at the point where we send like a lot of our newsletters out and a lot of our information out for the week on email or text to certain parents. But I think what we really realized after this meeting is that, you know, I think we should send some hard copies home with students, or even address them to the mailbox. That way it's getting to you guys directly. That way it's not that barrier of technology that everybody, you know, not everybody has the best time with. And, you know, we can get a real solid plan here. And that way you guys, we're on the same page, and, you know, there's no miscommunication, and Philip's education is always put first at that point. So,
Of course, and I appreciate that. The barrier has just been like huge for the technology.
Of course.
I barely even know how to use like a family computer that we have. It's
It's
a
okay.
mess,
This
and I
day and age
appreciate
with technology,
yeah, changes every day.
we're all
Oh,
not used to it.
how about it?
So, is there any other questions you would like to ask? Or if there's any more information that you might need regarding Philip, or anything towards the future?
Not really. I mean, you pretty much covered everything that I would have asked about, and just like hearing all of the opportunities, knowing that I have that option to just take those courses of action in order to make things easier, really like lifts a huge weight off my shoulders.
Yeah,
So
I'd imagine.
And we get you're busy, so, you know, we really do appreciate you taking your time out of your
Yeah,
day
really,
to
thank you.
come here and help talk with us, so we can all get Philip on the path that's best for him.
Yeah, because like I said, Philip, one of my best students, always on top of everything. It just hurts to see that he's not taken advantage of full effect, and it's not. I'm not saying it's anyone's fault, but you guys not knowing how the technology works, it's awesome that you came in here and really wanted to find out what's
Yeah,
going
and
on.
like that's the big thing. Like a lot of parents do not want to be involved in, or parents or guardians want to be involved, and I think that's the first step in the progress in any child's education is making sure the parent is actively involved. And I think you guys are doing a great job of that at this point. So
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I knew once I started having any sort of trouble, I knew I couldn't do it alone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
But like we said, if you have any other questions, you have our contact information. And like I said, you can always send questions in with Philip or anything else. And if you need anything else from us, I mean, we're all open arms and ears. So
All right, of course, I'd say I will stay in touch, so thank you for this.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Nice
much.
meeting you.
No problem. Nice
Thank
meeting you
you.
too.